Like and subscribe. Since the dawn of democracy, South Africa has only known one political party as the ruling party at the national level of government. That party is the African National Congress, the party that liberated South Africa. The ANC has had this long, uninterrupted run in government because it was able to win election and by doing so gain the right to govern the country, as stipulated in the Constitution of South Africa, that the political party that wins elections shall govern. In 1994, the ANC won 62% of the national vote. In 1999, the ANC won 66%. In 2004, 7.7%. In 2009, 65.9%. In 2014, 2.1%. And in 2019, 57.5%. It has been an incredible electoral performance by the former liberation movement. But it is worth observing that in the last national and provincial election in 2019, the ANC went below 60% for the first time since the dawn of democracy in 1994. Perhaps something significant is about to happen. Maybe for the first time we'll see ANC going below 35% or going below 30% as some of the poll analysts have predicted.
So lots has happened in the last few months, or in fact since we last spoke. Most particularly the entry of Jacob Zuma supporting Mkhonto weSizwe against the ANC. How is your research showing that this is impacting the political party's share of the pie?
Well, I do think that MK, Jacob Zuma's new party, is a game changer. Being published recently, that are very similar to our own polls, putting him at around about 9% nationally, and as much as the low 20s in KwaZulu-Natal. So that will change everything very, very markedly. And what it does mean in KwaZulu-Natal, for example, we could well end up with a situation where no party gets more than 30%. Nationally, of course, what this means is people expected the ANC to recover as they went into the election campaign. Managed starts getting split, perhaps recover to the mid-40s or perhaps a little bit more than that. But this support now for MK, the another 9%, is coming predominantly off the ANC. And so now there's every prospect of the ANC actually falling below 40%. And that is going to be a very, very significant outcome for South Africa as a whole. So it really is a very, very big game changer.
Making matters worse for the ANC and its electoral prospects is the fact that Mkhonto weSizwe is headed by its former president, the charismatic Jacob Zuma, who remains very popular with black voters. An imagination has been created that for the first time we can imagine living in South Africa without being ruled by the ANC. Worst for the ANC, the MK also seems to have support in Gauteng and not just in KZN, as many have suspected will be the case. As of 2022, Gauteng and KZN were the most populous province in South Africa, with these two provinces combined population amounting to 15.1 million people and the latter 12.4 million. The population factor is critical because it logically affects the national outcomes of the election, and a poor performance in Gauteng and KZN will signal a disaster for the ANC and its ambition of retaining political power at the national level. The Social Research Foundation indicates that newly formed parties such as MK will fare well in the 2024 national and provincial election.